Today, Punjabi music commands the main stages of global festivals and sells out stadium-sized venues from London to Toronto. It has grown from a localized genre into a dominant force in global pop. For centuries, this sound was deeply tied to the soil of northwestern India. It was agrarian music, built to match the rhythms of harvest festivals and deeply rooted storytelling. Historically, if a South Asian artist wanted to project their voice globally, they had to navigate the multi-million-dollar machinery of Bollywood cinema soundtracks. That was the only globally recognized pipeline. This new generation of artists bypassed that monopoly completely. By recording in home studios and utilizing digital-first strategies, they leveraged direct-to-fan distribution to build a self-sustaining industry that exists entirely outside the traditional Bollywood system. To understand how they did this, we have to look at this visual timeline grid. It illustrates sonic hybridity, the 4x4 convergence. Notice how the rhythmic structure of a traditional folk track and an American trap beat sync up perfectly on the main quarter notes. Because they share this syncopation, the deep, resonant low-end drop of an acoustic folk rhythm can be easily swapped out for the sleek, heavy 808 sub-bass of modern hip-hop. They occupy the exact same sonic space. The physical source of that original acoustic bass is the dhol, a double-headed drum that provided the floor-shaking low frequency for generations of Punjabi celebrations. Moving up the frequency scale, producers took the high-pitched, hypnotic acoustic melodies of the tumbi, a single-stringed folk instrument, and replaced them with sharp digital synth arpeggios that cut cleanly through the heady bass. By stripping out acoustic clutter and dropping distinct folk melodies over precise digital bass lines, producers engineered a universal rhythmic language. It immediately compels movement, whether you are at a wedding in Punjab or a packed nightclub in New York. A new wave of Indo-Canadian producers deliberately stripped away the chaotic, dense layers of traditional folk arrangements. They opened up vast sonic space, leaving plenty of acoustic air for Western sub-bass to dominate the track. Diljit Dosanjh utilized this open space to scale regional music into arena-scale pop. He serves as the bridge between the traditional old guard and the current global landscape. His formula is incredibly specific. He maintains an uncompromised, raw, high-register folk vocal delivery. He doesn't change his pitch or traditional style. Instead, he drops that voice over bright, heavily syncopated West Coast pop and hip-hop percussion. While Dosanjh delivers celebratory stadium anthems, AP Dhillon targets a different aesthetic for the modern diaspora. He focuses on a moody, cinematic, late-night vibe. Dhillon's camp completely decoupled their tracks from aggressive acoustic drums. They constructed a brand new subgenre built on 1980s retro synth-wave, lo-fi R&B, and smooth, heavily processed auto-tuned melodies. Together, these artists prove a vital point. A regional folk identity does not have to be boxed into a single sound. Its vocal textures can thrive on radically different, hyper-modern sonic canvases. Beyond the beat production, the lyrical architecture itself had to evolve. Enter Karan Aujla, the definitive lyrical architect of modern Punjabi hip-hop, famous for his intricate wordplay. Watch this layout carefully. Traditional Punjabi poetry often relies on a structure called brilliance, call-and-response couplets. Because Punjabi is a highly tonal language, the internal rhyming rules map flawlessly onto the triplet flow of a modern hip-hop verse. Aujla weaponizes this structure. He turns his rapid-fire vocal delivery into an additional percussion instrument, riding perfectly over the sliding 808 bass glides of UK drill music. Thematic alignment is a primary sociological driver here. The historical rural machismo of Punjab, focused on clan loyalty and overcoming adversity, resonates directly with the grit and bravado of Western street culture. This lyrical mapping creates a perfect duality. To a listener in London or New York, it sounds like cutting-edge drill music. To a native speaker in rural Punjab, it delivers deep, complex cultural idioms without losing any linguistic integrity. This scale is driven by a phenomenon known as the transnational loop. Historically, cultural influence flowed strictly outward from India to the world. Now, diaspora hubs like Surrey, Brampton, and West London create tracks that redefine what is cool, beaming that influence straight back into the homeland. For newly migrated youth, the sonic hybridity serves as an emotional anchor. It allows a second-generation immigrant to blast modern trap through their car speakers while maintaining a visceral, daily connection to their native language. This loop generated a lucrative revenue model. Independent creators leverage playlist ecosystems and high-velocity streaming to rack up hundreds of millions of plays. They translate those digital numbers into sold-out tours across North America and Europe, proving they no longer need legacy record labels to scale. The music is already expanding beyond the Western Anglosphere. By capitalizing on the rhythmic similarities of the Global South, the industry is seeing early cross-cultural fusions like Punjabi Afrobeat and Latin reggaeton. Ultimately, this wave acts as a case study in modern cultural confidence. In the hyper-connected streaming era, artists can produce music at a world-class standard without diluting their native identity or abandoning their mother tongue to capture global ears.